西周 Baba, The Life of Miss Zhang, Annie Y.西周 Baba, The Life of Miss Zhang, Annie Y. To Miss Zhang, the locals in Xizhou, Microcampus students, and Microcampus teachers for helping and supporting me throughout the process. Xizhou is a small, beautiful town in Dali, Yunnan, with its beautiful blue skies, puffy white clouds, and its mighty mountains. It casts a pretty view for the whole village to enjoy. A happy girl named Miss Zhang, who was 8, watched her mom make Xizhou Baba in wonder. It was very interesting to watch and know that soon, in 10 or 20 years, that will be her too. She would wake up every morning to help her mom. She would watch her mom make the dough, get the onions chopped up, and dump the red sugar out. Every day, Miss Zhang would sit next to her mom and watch her make Xizhou Baba over and over again. One day, she asked, "Mom, why was Xizhou Baba made?" It was because the people on the tea horse trail got hungry when they passed Xizhou. They wanted something tasty, easy to eat, and fills up your belly. That is why your great-grandma invented Xizhou Baba, her mom answered. Her great-grandma is Yang Taowen. She made Xizhou Baba so that it would fit the taste Xizhou people like. She made the huge pies into smaller pies. At that time, there was only red sugar in the sweet Xizhou Baba and onion in the salty Xizhou Baba. A year later, Miss Zhang was 9 now. She started to make her own baba and sell it. She had learned from watching her mom over the last 8 years. Now, every day, Miss Zhang would sell Xizhou Baba by herself. She would sit under a large tree on Sifangjie every day and sell Xizhou Baba with her best efforts to help her family. She would make the dough, cut the onions, and dump the red sugar into a bowl. At the start, they were all different sizes and she could barely sell any. She would grab different amounts of dough and not know until she has rolled it out. She would also add too much filling or would not close it well enough that the filling would start coming out. She would eat most of them because they were not good enough to be sold. She felt both happy and sad at the same time. She was happy to be able to eat so much Xizhou Baba, but she was sad because she could not help her family. She was also a bit humiliated because people were watching and laughing at her.
Haha, look at that Shijo Baba. It looks disgusting,
said a random person on the street. When her family is resting, they would take her to the butterfly fountain. It was lovely there, with strands of butterflies hanging on the trees like rainbows of leaves. She would never grow tired of going. 10 years later. Now, Miss Zhang is making her own Xizhou Baba in the exact shop her mom made Xizhou Baba in. She felt so happy to be working here. She also stopped going to the butterfly fountain because there were no more butterflies. The tourists have ruined the place. She loved making Xizhou Baba. It was her duty now to take care of her family. She can finally use the skills she learned from watching her mom over the last 18 years. She would wake up every day to make her dough, cut the onions, and dump the red sugar into a bowl. But instead of walking to the tree, she would walk over to her own shop. Mom, thanks for bringing the lunch. See you later, Miss Zhang would say to her mom every day. Now she is the one sustaining her family. Her mom just helps by making food for them and bringing it over. Miss Zhang loved seeing her mom every day during the day because they did not live together, so she would only see her this once every day. At the end of the day, her wrists would be very sore, but it all did not matter because she liked it and she had to make siro baba for a living. She would put her hands in hot water for a while and let it rest, or else she would not even be able to move it the next day. 30 years later. Her son now is working to help her. Her job has gone easier. Just like her son knew that he was going to make baba when he grew up. He could not finish school, and so he would help with the family business. He does not do much because he does not want to be here. He just cooks the baba and helps along with selling it. Miss Zhang is kind of sad that he does not want to do this, but it is her son's choice and she gets it. She knows that he wants to go out and have a better job. The siro baba now has rose sugar, red bean paste, and red sugar in the sweet one. The salty one has onions and pork, and if people want it, eggs too. Her parents were glad that Miss Zhang would take on the family business and continue to make siro baba in the most traditional way. A few years later, a group of Microcampus students called the Superior Microcampus Group arrived in Suzhou. They came here to study Suzhou's culture for a month. A student named Annie was studying legends, stories about the local food. She wanted to narrow her search down to focus on siro baba. She met Miss Zhang by walking by her shop and later coming back to Miss Zhang to talk to her about her project on siro baba. Near the end of Annie's time in Suzhou, she decided to write a story on Miss Zhang's life. One day, Annie came over to Miss Zhang and asked, "Hi, Miss Zhang, I came back to ask you a question. Can I write a story about your life of making siro baba for my final project here?" "Sure, that would be lovely," replied Miss Zhang. She was very excited that someone would write a story about her. And this very book you are reading is the book I made. Annie Yu is an 8th grader at Shanghai American School. She loves to swim and travel. She is in the Superior Microcampus group, which came to Suzhou, a village in Dali, for 28 days to study one topic. This book is one of the first picture books she has written and published in middle school.